Hi everyone, Jamie here with Sweet Pickins. Welcome to my family room. I'm so glad you're here. So we're gonna DIY today. We're gonna make something really, really fun. Total transparency, never made it before, have a vision. So we're gonna make this together, so hopefully it turns out. So I wanna show you guys a little behind the scenes on how DIYs get started. So I have a notebook and I literally will sketch out my vision and then I'll write all the details down here. So on this page, you can see I have room for one more, but this page has got two on it. So I have these all drawn up, but this is how I do all my DIYs or items that I may want to make for, my shows and the website and whatnot. So this is kind of what I do. So I have this all written out, dimensions, different specs, how to do this, that, and the other. So like I said, it comes from here to here and from here, working with my hands and making it. So I just want to show you guys that is like real life with the notebook. So, all right, we're gonna get started. I think this is gonna be a little bit of a lengthy DIY, but because I had never made it before, but I think if we keep moving and we're consistent, we're gonna be good. We're gonna get this done. I wanna make at least a couple with you guys, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why is we are using mason jar lids. Here's the mason jars. This is how they come. You can buy these separately than the jars. They're two pieces. So we are not gonna use this. I'm definitely gonna save this because I like to use these actually for ornament bases. We are gonna use the rings. So again, you can go to the store, anywhere that sells mason jars will have these replaceable rings. So you're gonna want a ring. So mason jar lids come in two sizes. So my vision is to make one of each of these with you guys. So you can see the smaller one is for a pint jar and it fits right inside the wide mouth. Now this is a wide mouth. It still could be for a pint jar too if it's a wide mouth. So this is kind of the difference. This is just a traditional closing and this is for a wide mouth. So we're gonna do, I would like to do two with you using each of these. So, all right. So I have some fabric here, and again, never made this, so I kind of just put this together. So we are gonna make mason jar ring sunflowers. So I wanted to stick with the yellows. Now, you don't have to. I just kind of wanted to stay traditional. So I'm gonna show you a couple that I have here and what I'm gonna use. So I picked up 3 yellows, 2 being a pattern, 1 being a solid. So this is a solid buttercream yellow. It may look a little darker on camera, but it is a true buttercream. And then I picked this up. Now this is way too bright for me, and it's got polka dots. So what my vision is for this is to cut up all the strips and then stick it in a coffee or a tea bath. I'm gonna probably start with tea, and if tea isn't dark enough, then I'm gonna put it in a coffee bath, bring it out, let it dry, just so it's going to just give this a little more vintage feel, a little more primitive feel, and it's not gonna be so bright. Now, if you like these bright, fun, bold colors, then you do you and get this and you will love this one. I just think for my taste, this is just a little too bright. Then I got this. So this is grays and blues and sages and olives and yellows, different yellows on a white background. I thought totally out of the norm, but let's try it. So these colors are gonna be for the outer ring. We're not gonna be using this one. Jamie can't get over this one until she dyes it. So we're gonna be using these two. So these are gonna be the outer part of our actual sunflower. So we need something for the middle. So I thought I would pair this gray, it's a steel gray polka dot in the middle with the flowers. Fun, just whimsical, and I think this is gonna match really, really good. Then this buttercream yellow, I wanted to do a brown. Now I really wanted a gingham brown, but I could not find a gingham brown, so I have this textured poo-poo brown. which will be just fine. But it is textured. You can't see it. It almost looks like a tweed. It's probably not coming through on the camera. So we're going to use this for the outer part, this for the middle. Then we always have to make something unconventional, right? We don't always, sunflowers don't have to be yellow. We're already using this fun pattern. So I picked up this stone fabric. It's got so many highs and lows and creams and taupes and tans and grays and granges and all the things. And so I thought this would be a really, really fun one also to use, just to step outside the box, and then we'll use this for the middle. So we're gonna at least make a couple, and if we can get more than a couple done, great. If not, at least you know how to make it. So make sure your glue gun is plugged in and ready to go. You are gonna need it. You're gonna need it a little bit down the road. So not right now. All right, so let's start with this yellow. So on my notes, I mean, literally, these are very detailed. I have 35 strips that are 1 inch by 9 inches for the large, and then 34 strips that are 1 inch by 7 inch for the small one. So let's take on this let's use the big one for this. So that means we're gonna need 35 strips at 9 inches long. That's a lot of strips. And guys, I did not pre-cut these. I want to do this whole craft with you guys. So I have my ruler here. Literally, this is like a school ruler. And I am just going to mark it. Now, if you guys want to measure an inch, go ahead and do that. I don't want to measure an inch. I'm just going to eyeball it. So this is 9 inches right here. Georgie, don't play with the ball right now. So I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna start cutting. Honestly, I don't think these have to be perfect at all. But I'm cutting the sides so that I don't have to deal with that later. Okay, perfect. And guess what? I'm not even using my fabric scissors. I didn't even grab them. I forgot to grab them, so we're just using these utility ones that are so dull, but we'll make them work. And honestly, I believe this craft is going to be very forgiving, so I wouldn't worry too much about being exact on the inch. All right, so I don't know how many we have here, so we're just gonna count them to save time. We're just gonna count them as we go. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your 9-inch strip, you're gonna fold it in half. You're gonna take your ring and you're going to put your fingers, so, okay, let me do this so where you guys can see. Fold it in half, you're gonna take your fingers, like this, put it on the ring, and pull it. Okay, let me do this. I'm just gonna come really close for this. Good thing I put this table on wheels. Okay, take your piece of fabric, remember 9 inches, wrap it in half. Right here, here's your, like a little loop, okay? So you're going to put the loop down, so it's like this, free form. And you're gonna put the 2 sides, because this is in 2 sides through the loop. And then you're gonna pull it. So that's what it's gonna look like. Okay, so let's do 35 of those. And again, guys, I wanna do this to where you guys can truly see the results. So this DIY might be a little long, but I really think it's gonna be worth it. Okay, so all right, so again, I haven't made this. So rookie mistake. So look right here. Do you see the knots here and the knots here do not match up? So you do not want any light, that's what this is right here, to come through. You want it to be solid. See it? So let's do this properly. And the good thing is we don't glue these down, so they're easy to come off. So essentially, you're going to do all of them. Okay, hold on, let me see. So, all right. So you're gonna take the loop to the back, this part to the front, and you're gonna know the front to the back because this is all inserted, this is out. So this is the lid. So that's what you're gonna do, okay? So we're gonna take it, right? We're gonna put the loop to the back. We're gonna put this through. Okay, see what a difference that makes? It's all the same. All right. So this is just gonna take a few minutes to try to get the hang of this. I almost wish they were a tiny bit longer, but I know if I made them longer that they would be too long. And you're just gonna wanna pull them tight, and if they happen to come off, but see, so just load it up. Six. Ooh, 35 is a lot. So I'm not going to talk the whole time, just so you guys could just watch me do this. I get accused all the time of talking too much on my videos. So for all that say that, I'm hushing up. So enjoy it, because that's not normal. All right, so we've got 10. Maybe my math was off a little bit. Maybe we aren't gonna end up needing, what did I say, 35? It was just a guesstimate, honestly, the 35. I wanted to make sure I had it right. Okay, so we've got 15 more after this. So you can see the ring is almost full. However, you want it to be crazy tight. crazy tight like this. See, it's starting to look like a sunflower. So that's why I kind of estimated 35, but again, that was honestly just an estimate. And I think the 9 inches is perfect. I feel like it's a little small just because it's harder to work with, but honestly, when you look at it like this, it's perfect. I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. So let's just see, we'll put these 3 on, see where we're at, because this will make 25, and that means we'll have 10 more. So we're gonna just put as many on that will fit, or honestly, maybe what I have cut here. Okay, so you can see it's pretty much full, but when we really push it, we still have space. All right. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if we do the 35 like I had estimated, then we will do all those. So let's see how many of those 10 that are left actually fit. And as you're doing this, you're gonna have to really start working it down some. So puppy dogs are all laying down here by my feet, hanging out, sleeping. The NFL draft is on in the other room. It's Friday night. We're gonna have some pizza. I have found a newfound love for pizza. I mean, I've always liked pizza, but I have found a new love for pizza in the last year. So we're not making it tonight. We're gonna just make it easy. We're gonna do Domino's. They've got a great deal going. And so I thought, let's just get pizza. It'll just be easy. And we are gonna take you on a fun adventure tomorrow. And it is gonna be we. Usually I do adventures by myself, but Jeff is actually going with me and I'm so excited. And there might be a really fun announcement tomorrow. There just might be a big announcement. Okay. Oh, I think we're gonna make it, guys. I think my 35 is actually gonna work. It's getting tight, but you want that. You want it super duper duper full. Okay, we have 2 more and they are gonna fit. So stay with that 35 mark. Just when you think you don't have enough space, you do. Just keep going. I mean, it's tight, but it's good. All right, so this part is just about done. Perfect. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So now what you're gonna do is we just wanna make everything kind of pull it up, have it going all the right way. So pretty cute. Look at that. On this one. See, that's cute. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the inside of this right here. We're gonna take the inside and we're gonna take a piece of cardboard. And this is why I say we bought some puppy treats at Trader Joe's. And I save these boxes because you never know when you're going to need them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace this here. and then cut it out. So you're just tracing the inside of the ring. Okay, so we've just got one here. I'm just gonna scoot these out of the way. So now what this is for is the middle. So we're gonna do the brown. So let me undo this brown. And I don't want to ruin all of this by just mass cutting it. So I'm gonna open this up. And we're going to just cut a piece. And I just have the cardboard. I'm just literally going along the cardboard. Perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, this is where the glue gun comes in. You are going to have the brown side out. If your box doesn't have a brown side and has a white side, whatever side is not written on, have that being out. So we're gonna put the glue on the written part. So we're gonna just spread the glue along this, almost the whole way, but not all the way. And I don't want to get burnt, so I'm going to use these. Okay, so here's the cardboard, the back of the cardboard. Here's the actual fabric. So now you can use batting, stuffing from a pillow. You can use, I have Warm and Natural, so we're going to use that. You can use paper towels, old clothes, whatever you need to do to get a little bit of stuffing for the middle, because we want it to kind of pucker out. So I don't know how much I'll need. I'm just going to grab this. And so this is why you left an open right here. You can stuff your stuffing in or whatever you're using. I mean, literally you could use paper towels with no problem. So I'm going to just, I'm just going to stuff this in here. So it's all stuffed in, and now you can close this up. I want it to be puckered, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Just make sure you don't burn yourself. Okay. So it's kind of puckered up here. See it? It's just like kind of just all, not lumpy, but just puckered up. I don't know. It's just my own verbiage. So now what we're going to do, this is the front of your ring. The back of your ring goes down into a slope. So this, you're going to turn upside down and you're going to glue it. So it's going to look like this. Okay. So just, this is why it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a problem. Be generous with your glue because you want to make sure that this sticks well. And then you're just going to stick it down in there. And you're just going to push it down. It's not going to go down in. It's going to sit back, and you want it to sit back. Okay, if you got little threads and stuff falling on there. So this is what it looks like. Let me come really close. Okay, so now I do not love, you know what, I think, honestly guys, I think I actually want to push this down in. So hold this and push it down in. I like how that looks better. So now see, it's way down in. It just looks so much better. Yeah, that's good. So this is what the back looks like. It's kind of in there, and look at how cute that is. So if these get all out of whack, just fix them. Easy, easy peasy. All right, this is still too yellow for me. So now what I did, and you don't have to do this, you can skip this step. If you're probably gonna be using a whole different fabric than me. I want it to have a little bit of a distressed look. So I am gonna take just a regular old ink pad. It's in a brown, and I've got my dauber, and I'm just going to kind of just go along the fabric. You don't have to do this step. This is just gonna give it like a little more aged, kind of vintagey look. And so you can see I'm just kind of dabbing it, and I'm going down, and I'm dabbing up along this top. Once I show you guys are really going to be able to see. It's just a little bit, this is a way to distress and just give an aged look, a worn look. You could do this a little, you could do this a lot. If you want, you can dump this in coffee or tea. It may compromise your glue a little bit, but oh, I got my hot glue out. Let's glue this real quick. The handle just pops in this little hole. Okay, so since this is gonna glue, I'm gonna let this sit and show you guys how it just gave a little bit of a grungy, aged look. So this is the front. All right, so now what you're gonna need is a stick. So I went outside and I grabbed just all these random sticks. So we're gonna just take a stick and we are gonna glue it. So what I always like to do is look and see what side is the best. What side looks the best? Like what section looks the best for my top? Okay, I think we're gonna do this. So then what you're gonna do is just do a little glue up here and a little glue down here, and then you're gonna stick your stick. Okay, so you're gonna hold it for a quick second. Then I am gonna go back to my Warm and Natural, and I'm gonna cut a little piece of my Warm and Natural. You can actually cut your fabric to do this. This is something I do pretty often. So what I'm gonna do is I have some Warm and Natural here, and I'm gonna just cut. I want it to look as straight as possible. So I'm gonna cut it in half. So now you have two pieces. So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit more hot glue over the top of my stick, and then I'm gonna lay this over. What this is gonna do, it's gonna look better, and it's gonna help secure it in place. I use my scissors so I don't get burnt. So let me show you what that looks like. So there you go. So this just helps to secure it a little bit more. And once you can, take your fingers and get in there and just push it down. Fabric is a little harder because it's so thin, but you can see it's all pushed down in. So this is now our sunflower. So obviously I didn't bring my cutters. I don't love how this is, so I'm gonna trim this little section off. You can see where I cut the branch, but see how cute this is? And this stick goes this way. Not all of them go that way. I really like this stick. So now you can put this down in a pot. You can just add this to your decor. You know, you could put it up, just, you know, I know you guys can't see that, but just stick it up there. So this is a really fun, cute project. All right, guys, I really want to do a little one. So we've already been on for 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say goodbye on this one, and then I'm going to do a second video doing a smaller one using a printed fabric. So you guys can see that it is not going to be your traditional brown and yellow, but I think these are super cute, and I'll take some pictures so you guys can really see it. I'll throw it on my stories. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today in the family room, and we would love it if you would like the video, subscribe to our channel, and then of course we have shopsweetpickins.com. You also can find us on Instagram and Facebook. You just have to type in Sweet Pickins Reno, Pickins Reno. We have behind the scenes, we have all sorts of things going on in our stories and reels. So you will definitely see content on there that you don't see on our YouTube channel. So we'd love it if you would follow us there. So if you want to see how the printed version turned out, then why don't you tune into the next video and you will see me do a smaller version plus a printed version. So guys, see, we just created this together, and I think how cute is this for decor, and especially outside on your back patios or your front porches. Ah, so cute. So guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.